Hi everyone! Today I'm showing you how $5 can bring your financial independence. You'll get the holistic approach, understanding the reason, the motivation, and the action plan. How all of these are connected and why everything matters. First, we need to see what is the value of those $5 related to different regions on the globe. Like this, we can have a better understanding on the value of the investment. Why some nations are saving more than others, so we can all get inspired by their best practices. The purpose is to get ourselves the motivation to spare those $5 in order to invest them properly. Here I present you two study cases. The first one is on how to get your financial independence with $5 when you're in your 20s. And the second study case is on how to get your financial independence when you're in your 40s. Thus, you can choose what study you focus more on related to your status. The last part also comes with the assignment you need to do, so you move to action. For those of you who are here for the first time, let me introduce myself and tell you what your benefits are if you continue watching my videos. I'm Elena Melnik. I'm a professional banker for more than 18 years. I have a PhD in banking and I want to share my knowledge in a friendly and easy manner so you can have a better relation with money. Here we don't do theory but apply it into practice. Thus, all my videos include specific plans, guidelines for you to follow and take you to action. I have just started this channel and I'll provide you new videos every week. So please subscribe to my channel and very important, please click the notification bell so you get informed whenever I post new videos. Now let's start and analyze what can you do with $5. For some, $5 is nothing. For others, every penny matters and lacking $5 can cause one less meal, an overdraft fee, you just name it. So, if you're in US, with $5 you can have a Happy Meal from McDonald's. You get fries, you get soda, you get chicken nuggets and a toy. Or you can buy a pack of pasta that you'll have to cook at home. Some other examples that you can buy from Amazon with $5 are a creamy stick for lips, a ponytail holders, or cosmetic bag. If you're living in Europe with $5 that almost equal €5, you can get various things depending very much on your country. For example, in Switzerland, you can get a water that is very needed, especially if you're hiking a lot, which is highly recommended as the country has the best hike views and also high prices. If you're in Spain, you can get a perfect snack for €5, the famous Spanish tapas. Spanish people classify it as a snack, but it is very filling, so it can count as a meal. Depending on where you go, the prices will vary. If you go to Bulgaria, you can get 5 beers in a bar, or if you go to Romania, you can buy a ticket to visit Dracula's castle. In Germany, on the other hand, you can only get a medium coffee for €5, but the taste is gonna be definitely good. Let's take a look closer to Asia now. In India, for example, for $5, you can get 60 bananas or electricity for a household, probably for a month, or 6 kilos of good quality rice. In Bangladesh, you can have a meal for 6 at a restaurant or a rickshaw ride from one corner of the capital to another, and you'll still be $2 left in this case. That's how rickshaw looks like. In Japan, you can get a proper meal outside with noodle soup, some deep fried items and some veggie, as here most of the people don't have time to cook. and thus they all eat out. So, do you think you can spare $5 and build your financial independence? In order to get your motivation, continue watching my video showing you why other nations are doing better at saving money than others. Now let's concentrate on the nations that are doing best at saving money. Because in order to be financially independent, you need first to save some money from the whole amount that you're making and not to spend it all. So, China is on top with over 45% saved from every money they make. That means that for every $100 and equivalent, they spare $45. On the other hand, there is US, where people save only 5% due to their cultural behavior that is very oriented to consumerism. Let's keep diving on the factors that make China one of the top nations when saving money. If you understand why Chinese save money, it can help you save money too. In China, they have a heavy emphasis on saving money because of what money means to them. The first thing is that in China, the culture is oriented towards saving money from early age as an honorable thing to do. The second aspect is that everybody knows where their money are going because they all are using a budgeting system. And to get more details on how to track your money and make a budget, please see my other videos listed below in the comments on how to get richer by 25.5% though you're making the same income. There I explain you the budgeting system and what principles to follow. To summarize what is important in China, I will emphasize 4 principles. The first one is that they usually stay away from luxurious products. The second is they try to save as much as possible and live a simple life oriented to basic needs. That takes me to the third principle, to prioritize needs over wants. Now, this is something I have already explained in the same video that you see in the comment. So please check that link to have a better understanding of this principle if you're not familiarized with it. And last but not least, the Chinese encourage to have meals at home rather than going out if you're trying to build yourself up. Having this all said, I hope you got your inspiration and your motivation from those best practices to save $5. I continue the trilogy, How Can $5 Bring Your Financial Independence? With the third part. I present you 2 study cases. The first one addresses the question how to get your financial independence with $5 when you're in your 20s. And the second study case addresses the topic on how to get financial independent with $5 when you're in your 40s. Thus, you can choose which study you focus more on related to your status. As a closure on this trilogy, you'll find on today's agenda also an assignment for you to take so you move to action. So I encourage you to watch till the end this video. Having this all said, let's start with the first study case. How to get your financial independence with $5 when you're in your 20s. First, let's build the profile. We have a male who's 23 years old, just graduated from university and is having his first job. His initial investment is zero because he's having no money saved so far, but he's having the greatest advantage on his side, which is time. So he found his motivation, and from his income, he's saving $5 every day. That means $150 a month. This money he invests in investment funds or deposit with compound interest. This is a very important aspect in the financial world, and I'll explain it. Compound interest is what happens when the interest you earn on savings begins to earn interest on itself. As interest grows, it begins accumulating more rapidly and builds at an exponential pace. The potential effect on your savings can be great. Let's do the math now. You can do it too and open a calculator for compound interest. If you don't have one, I'll leave a link in the comments. Let's fill the fields. So the first amount is 0. The annual interest rate we consider is 10%. The compound frequency is monthly depending on the investment time deposit. The years of growth we take are 20. The payment is $150 and the payment frequency is monthly. Now let's take a look at the results. The future value of the account is $113,905. The total payments he made are only $36,000 and the total interest is $77,905. For this money, he's making approximately $950 a month just from interest. In some parts of the globe, those are pretty good money, while in others, they can pay for the basic needs. But in both of the cases, those are passive income and you don't need to work for them, but they build your financial independence. Let's take you now to the second study. How to get your financial independence with $5 when you're in your 40s. Let's build a profile. We have a male who's 42 years old. He's having a stable job. And most important by this age would be to have some assets. It's even better to have liquid assets like cash, bank accounts, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Liquid assets are the assets that are more easily converted into cash in a short amount of time. Many people don't have liquid assets, but non liquid assets like real estate, equipment, vehicles, art, or collectibles. So, in this case, it needs a decision to make to convert some of them into liquid assets. As when you're trying to have financial independence and you start at 40, you need an initial investment. Unlike when you're in your 20s and your most important advantage is time on your side. His initial investment is $20,000. He's saving $5 every day. That means $150 per month. Those money he invests in investment funds or deposit with compound interest. Let's do the math now. So, the start amount is 20,000. The annual interest rate we consider is 10%. The compound frequency is monthly. The years of growth we take are 13 and the payment is 150. Now let's take a look at the results. The future value of the account is $120,684. The total payments he made are only $23,400 and the total interest is $77,284. For this money, he's making approximately $1,000 per month from interest. In some parts of the globe, as I said before, are pretty good money, while in others they can pay for the basic needs. But no matter what, in both cases, those are passive income and they are very important to build your financial independence. We have reached now to the assignment that is dedicated for you, so you move to action. First, you need to make a monthly budget and prioritize your spending towards needs instead of wants in order to spare $5 per day. The second step for you is to identify the proper investment fund according to your risk profile and the annual return on investment and open your account. The third step is to make monthly deposits on the fund that equal at least $150. The fourth part is to be consistent for long time meaning more than 10 years. If you have found this trilogy interesting and useful, just give a like and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you get informed when I post new videos. My next video consists on an analysis on the return on investment for ETF S&P 500 and why they are profitable and generate high returns on investment. So stay tuned. See you soon.